Gastronomy is the study of the relationship between food and culture.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only turkey content from now on.
Welcome back, everyone, to Eating Good Pod. My name is Marisol,
I'm Sam.
And I'm Oscar.
and this is a podcast where we try out new restaurants in Columbus and rate our dishes, as well as talk about other topics that happen throughout our week. Today, we have someone special here.
As you may have noticed, David is not here today, but it's okay. We brought in an awesome guest replacement. My friend from middle school, I guess. Yeah, middle school. Lupita.
Hello, everyone.
Woo!
Woo. I'm here.
Hey.
And I will say, you might be our #1 podcast fan. How does it feel to be on the episode?
I'm taking that title fully and responsibly. I am the #1 fan. So whoever wants to fight me can fight me. It's surreal. Wow. You guys exist. Not on my phone.
As if you didn't already know us.
Well,
Actually,
yesterday she was like, it's like I already know you. Like, I just heard you last week.
It is. I feel like I know you, all of you, more, which is interesting because I don't physically see any of you very often.
You're living any fan's ultimate dream. Like, imagine being a Beyonce fan and you're up there singing with her.
Right. So for you
We are
listeners,
Beyonce.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know about that. I saw Beyonce in concert and you guys
and that
don't.
was better.
You guys don't amount to that.
Yeah, I went to the Renaissance tour and you did not perform on that stage. Oscar, sorry.
Oscar, you couldn't pull it off.
Oscar, you're cut.
I'm just saying, if you're a fan of anything, you know, that's the ultimate goal, to actually be on whatever that is.
That's true. So I've surpassed my goals. I'm done for the year.
You can
for
stop
the
listening.
decade.
Are you excited to listen to yourself back or no?
I'm probably gonna throw up.
You get used to
It
it.
happens.
I throw up once a week.
Oh,
You anorexic.
Oscar's like, you don't get used to hearing your voice. You get used to the throwing up part.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be weird hearing my own voice and like having it cemented in Spotify. I'm on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Ooh.
It's actually surprising how easy it is to just post stuff on Spotify. A little concerning, but we're doing it.
We should make mixtapes next.
Oh, gosh. I need to study more on GarageBand to be able to pull that off. I just know the editing of a pod.
Yeah, I don't think posting's the hard part. I think the hard part is actually creating the content and making it have some sense, like structure.
Are you saying like in the editing or in like while we're recording? Or
Like both. Like editing, because
Oscar's talking like he's edited a podcast.
no, but
Well,
I haven't.
He knows what goes into
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's easy for like me, you, and David because we don't edit the podcast, but it's like different for Sam because she's actually doing the hard work that we should be contributing to.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like having the power to like cut out anything I think is dumb or boring.
Right? You're like, I don't like how I sounded, cut, but David sounded dumb. I'm keeping that in.
No, I usually don't do that. But it's just more so like this topic isn't really going anywhere or someone's rambling on a bit too long that I'm like, we got to cut it. We got to cut it off.
Yeah.
But
Do you
now
ever-
you have an intern.
Yeah, but it's hard also because she likes to just keep everything in. I feel like Bella doesn't cut out stuff and I'm like, don't be afraid to cut out the dumb stuff. It's like some of it needs to be cut out.
Fair.
The first episode she edited was like when she was done editing it was like 2 hours and 5 minutes. I was like, Bella, this is way too long, and I cut it down to like 150.
But as a fan, those 2-hour episodes were amazing. I played them, worked, and I was like, wow, 2 hours went by. Amazing.
Yeah, and we don't have any ads obviously, so it's 2 hours of like pure content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes like the long episodes because I watch them. I listen to them on my way to work. So when it's over and it's like Tuesday, I'm like, well, damn. What do I do now?
I think definitely as a listener, the longer episodes are great, but as the editor, it's the worst. Because I'll
Valid.
like edit 1 hour and I'm like, I'm almost done. I'm like, no, I'm not almost done. I'm only halfway done.
So you're saying you would make it a 5-minute podcast?
My ideal time frame is like an hour 30 minutes, an hour 25 minutes.
That's fair.
But lately they've all been getting to like an hour 45. So, but anyways,
Well, I was gonna say instead of making 1 2-hour podcast, just make 24 5-minute podcasts.
that'd be so annoying
Yeah.
So TikTok?
Yeah.
without the video.
Like an every ending of like the video or like the pod.
It's a
like,
cliffhanger.
Stay tuned for part 2.
Yeah.
Those were radio shows.
Yeah, that's true because they'd have to put songs in between their segments. They'd be like, we'll be right back after playing this song.
Ban it, dun, ban it,
Bloop, bloop,
dun.
bloop.
All right, let's jump into what this podcast actually does, which is talk about food.
Oh, I forgot we ate.
So this week we went to Drench Eatery and Bar, which is a brunch-focused gastropub with emphasis on locally sourced foods. They offer creative and delicious brunch and cocktails, and it is a Black-owned business. Have you guys been here before?
This was my first time here.
And I'm assuming this is your first time here.
Yes, it was.
This is like my second time, but I went forever ago.
Same. So I've been here maybe twice before, but it's definitely been like over 2 or 3 years. But I remember it being good. It's also like a walking distance from us, so it's pretty convenient. We just never come here, and we should come here.
I feel like it's also very well known because whenever I talk to someone who has lived in Columbus for a while, I'll be like, "Oh, I live by Drunch," and they're like, "Oh, I know exactly where that's at."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like a popular place in Columbus. Let's jump into our appetizers. So the first thing we got was the Wonuts, which is just mini waffle donuts. They had like hot fudge drizzled over them, powdered sugar, and sprinkles. And they were really tiny and cute.
Yeah, they were. The presentation.
Yeah, the
was really
presentation
cute.
was so cute. I was like, oh, I'm excited.
I didn't even want to eat them. I'm like, let's just keep them there so we can look at them.
They did look really cute, and they were all right next to each other, which made them look like just little
bunches.
floaties.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Tiny miniature floaties in a pool.
Mm-hmm.
However, they weren't necessarily my favorite.
No,
Absolutely
I would
not.
not have it again. Cute to look at. It was okay to eat.
Agreed.
It had fudge, right?
The hot fudge drizzled.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hot fudge, so I didn't really like it. And the dough itself wasn't like bad either, but it wasn't my favorite. Maybe it's because it just tasted like a donut. And although I like donuts, I could have done with like a bagel.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, she just had to throw that in
I'm just
there.
kidding. I'm just kidding. It just wasn't like that amazing for me. I would not have again.
No, and when I forked it,
Yeah.
when I put my fork through it, like they were hollow inside. So I don't
Yeah.
know. They weren't very filling, and they weren't very good. And I didn't think that was hot fudge. To me, it was like Hershey sauce, like
Like a chocolate drizzle.
Like a
of
chocolate-
something. It was a
yeah.
chocolate drizzle of something.
And I had one, and I was like, well, that happened, and that was enough. I'm done.
Or maybe it's because like it was like the first thing we had. It's just like a dessert to me.
Yeah, it was
And-
definitely like a dessert.
Yeah, I don't see it as like an appetizer.
Correct.
Didn't it have something like in the middle, something other than chocolate?
Like it had syrup, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I think that's what I didn't really like because the chocolate was there, didn't stand out too much, but the
Agreed.
syrup, you could taste it as soon as you bit the donut. Yeah, I didn't like the flavor of it. I don't know what kind of syrup it was.
Yeah, like there's something that was like off that I didn't like about it. Maybe it was the sprinkles for me because
Yeah, I did have sprinkles, which
I
is
didn't
funny.
like that it was. I don't like sprinkles in general. I don't like that they're
Ah.
crunchy. I don't like that. I don't like that. But I liked the dough of the donut. I think it was like normal donut dough. But then like the stuff on top of it made it taste like cake,
Yeah,
which I didn't want it to taste like cake.
And it was the first thing we ate.
Yeah.
So it was a lot.
I actually did like the sprinkles. I mean, I love sprinkles, so I like the crunchiness. But I agree, the dough itself was really good, but all the other stuff they poured on it, they could have kept it off.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if they just powdered the donuts.
Yeah,
They
even
would've been way
that would have
better.
been a little
Yeah.
bit better.
With like a side of strawberries.
Yeah.
They should have put Nutella and strawberries, think
Yeah,
Nutella would've
that
been
would be
good.
make
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
not chocolate drizzle or the syrup.
I just feel like the chocolate drizzle and the sprinkles just made it look cheap.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I could get that like at a county fair
Yeah, or like Waffle House.
For sure.
Like they try to do something cool for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a kid that'd be. Oh,
I would love that for
donuts.
breakfast
Yeah.
as a child. It's pure sugar.
Don't start your day like that.
No.
So, what are we rating it? I'm going with 6 out of 10.
I'm doing 3 out of 10.
Dang, I'm going 5 out of 10.
I will also give it a 3.
Yep.
Woof. Very cute. You guys will see on the Instagram. It's very cute, but
Yeah. It should be moved to the dessert.
yeah, move to the dessert menu.
And enhanced.
And I like
And
how we like
enhanced.
just gave suggestions of like
We
completely
literally just changed.
completely change the entire thing to something different is what our suggestion was.
It is odd that it was in the appetizer section when there was only
Yes.
one thing in the dessert section.
Yeah, which is like a Fruity Pebbles cheesecake, which also sounds kind of atrocious.
That does. Ouch.
But we didn't try that, so we can't judge it. Moving on, the second appetizer we got, which I think was equally interesting, was the avocado fries, and that came with a red pepper aioli.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. We did have to ask what they were because you were confused.
Because I
And
wasn't
so-
sure if it was going to be like French fries with avocado topping or something like
That's
that.
what I thought.
That's what I thought it would be.
like
no,
a poutine, but instead it's avocado.
That's what I also thought.
That's what I thought. So I'm glad I asked. We still ordered it anyways, but it was fried avocado and then a dipping sauce. So we were still willing to try it. We like avocado. We like fried
Mhm.
things.
The presentation was cute because it came in like a little
Mhm.
metal basket.
Yeah, the serving dish it came in was cute, but if you actually looked at the fried avocado, it looked not good. It looked like a little turd.
Yeah.
I think they just used old oil because it looked like they looked dark brown.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like dark brown. But they still tasted good, I think.
I think the avocado itself was also like pretty good for it being
Mhm.
like deep fried. Also, I wonder if like they freeze it and
They
then,
have to.
right? They have to, right? Like if they freeze it and then like put
You don't think
in-
it would keep its shape otherwise?
I think it would turn like brown.
It would get too mushy, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can't leave avocado out because it'll
but
get
it
brown.
tasted really good.
So you don't think they cut it today?
I say they could have just cut
and
it
then
right before they fried it.
floured it, and then fried it?
I don't know. I just feel like it would get mushy and maybe
It
like a
depends
weird
how
color.
ripe of your avocado is. They'd have to have the perfect ripeness avocados. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they do freeze it because like, what are the odds you have the perfect avocado on hand when someone
Yeah.
orders it?
I think what made
I
this
don't know.
like
I
appetizer
agree.
like good for me was the sauce. The red
Agreed.
pepper sauce. I think without the sauce, I wouldn't really enjoy the appetizer itself. That sauce was delicious.
I personally liked the whole thing. I liked that the outside was fried because it held the avocado. Because like
Mhm.
even if it
Yes.
was mushy, it's still not like dripping. Like it's
It kept its form.
Yeah, it kept its form. So it was really easy to dip into the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just liked that contrast, the fried outside with the fresh avocado. I think it's like a combination I've never really had.
I've just never thought of frying an avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've heard of that before, but I haven't had them. So I'm glad we got them
it was
to
delicious.
try. But to me, it tasted like putting avocado on a tortilla and then just eating a taco of avocado. So to me, it was good because it reminded me of like a dish I used to have as a child.
Yeah.
And then the sauce added creaminess to it and flavor. But I was trying not to burn my mouth because they were really
they were
hot.
hot.
Oh
Scorching
yeah,
hot.
they came out piping.
Like right out the fryer, and it was slightly painful. But after I opened it and like let the heat out, I could perfectly eat it. And
Yeah.
very delicious.
And the sauce was really good.
Mhm.
That pepper sauce.
Yeah. I liked the fried avocado on its own, but it was very like neutral on its own because it's just avocado. But the sauce really elevated it. I agree with kind of what you said that like the sauce made the dish. What are our ratings?
See, I'm going with the 8 out of 10 because I could have probably ate the avocado fries even without the sauce, and I would have still liked them. But I just love avocado.
Yeah, I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10 as well, but that's inclusive with the sauce.
I would say an 8. I would get that again.
I would say a 7. I like the sauce a little bit more than the appetizer itself.
The one thing I will say as an appetizer, like it was kind of small, and I would have
Yeah.
like probably ate that by myself,
Agreed.
like
it
the
was,
portion,
It was also $11, and it had like how many? 5 wedges.
something like that. Yeah.
We all got one at best.
and then
Oh yeah,
And
no.
then
So
one
then maybe
was
there
split
was
in
like
half.
7, because then we split some other
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, 7 wedges of avocado for $11. A bit steep, but we're millennials and we can't buy houses because we buy avocado. So
That's true. Never gonna get a
She's
house.
Preaching.
well, I guess that's a question. Do you guys consider yourself millennials?
I don't know. I don't know what millennials are anymore.
yeah, what year are millennials?
I do not consider myself a
You consider
millennial.
yourself Gen Z?
We're like
We're cuspers.
late.
Yeah, I feel
We're
like
late
it's
Gen Z.
weird.
We're old Gen Z.
What would the time periods be? Is millennial Gen Y?
Millennials were like born mid 80s to like 97, I want to say.
Yeah, it's around there. The cutoff time is like debated between like 95, 97 time frame.
It's so weird because I feel like I think both ways.
Yeah, we're definitely like on the cusp of like both
Yeah.
generations, but I think I'm more closely aligned with like millennial things. I
Well,
guess.
another term I've heard is zillennial.
Yeah.
And so maybe I consider myself a sillennial because we're kind of in the middle, being
Mhm.
born in like the late 90s.
Definitely.
I just looked it up. Gen Y is millennial.
Yeah, Gen Y is millennial because it's Gen X,
It's just
Gen
the
Y, Gen
nickname.
Z, but they gave it a different name.
Yeah, I definitely consider myself millennial. I mean, I am a little older than you guys too.
Yeah, you got 2 years on us.
Yeah.
to put you more securely in the millennial group.
'Cause-
But yeah, I wouldn't consider you Gen Z at all.
Yeah.
No.
Because I will say that, yeah, we are on that cusp because I can relate a lot with both people older than me and younger than me. And it's just interesting seeing the different perspectives, like in relation to like technology and just social interactions.
But then there's some millennial things that I'm like, I'm too young for that. Like some certain TV shows and like music artists. I'm just like, I don't know. Anyways, we can jump back into the food. Who wants to go first to read their dish?
I can go first. I got a drunch burrito. Has a flour shell, scrambled eggs, sausage blend, drunch home fries, cheese blend, arugula, chipotle drizzle, salsa, corn relish, and sour cream. And I did get it with chicken. Although I feel like this burrito had like a lot in it,
That sounds like a lot.
yeah, it didn't like make me like full to where I was like sick. I feel like it was like the perfect amount of like the important stuff that you need to eat for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
The flour tortilla was really great. I love a good flour tortilla. It was like chewy.
Was it like a Chipotle tortilla?
Yeah, actually it was.
Because I feel like Chipotle's flour tortillas are so good.
Yeah,
They're different.
it was
You
really
don't like
good.
them?
No, like
Oh.
they taste different than a regular
Yeah,
one.
they do.
Uh-huh.
And I prefer them, I think, over
Yeah.
like a regular flour
It
tortilla.
was like a chipotle flour tortilla. And I didn't think I liked chipotle sauce either, but it was actually really good. It was like creamy. It had like a little smoky taste to it. So it definitely made the burrito. I would rate my burrito an 8 out of 10. I will have it again
Nice.
when I go back.
So I ordered the fried chicken Benny, which was Southern crispy fried chicken tenders, poached eggs on English muffin with Hollandaise. I also ordered a side of their home fries. And the crazy thing about that is this meal came with home fries and it doesn't say it on the menu. So I ended up just getting 2 orders of their like home fries. And I'm
Damn.
like,
The boy likes potatoes.
You're welcome.
I wouldn't have put the side order in if I knew it came with it. Like, I don't need this many potatoes.
It was just the Benedict sandwich and then home fries, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else.
No.
Because I was like, I wonder if like they accidentally gave you home fries on this. Like,
Like they weren't supposed to give it to him?
yeah.
I thought that maybe like since his dish was the last one to come out, they like put some potatoes just because they were like, sorry, it took so long. Here's some potatoes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because if it was just the chicken and the biscuit and the egg,
it wouldn't have been very big.
yeah, it wouldn't have been very much.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I feel like it did come with home fries, and you had said this earlier at the table, but I agree the waiter should have said like,
Yeah.
it comes with home fries. Are you sure you want to order extra home
Right.
fries?
Like,
She was just trying to make a sale, huh?
exactly. Like, if you know it's coming with home fries, why don't you mention it? Like,
Why would you let me order more home
Yeah.
fries?
Maybe she's like,
You animal.
this boy just loves potatoes.
Yeah, maybe she just thought you really like potatoes.
maybe, but there's nowhere on the menu that it said it.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's the annoying thing. Like, it doesn't say it anywhere. But the home fries, they were more like baked. No, was it baked potato? Fried potato?
Like oven baked potatoes.
Yeah, more like oven baked
That
potato.
is what home fries are.
Okay, so I was thinking of like the little fried ones.
That's what I
Oh,
consider
like,
a home
yeah,
fry.
Yeah, yeah.
What is
Like the little
Like a
cut
Bob
up ones.
Evans
Yeah.
square fried
Yeah.
potato.
The tiny ones.
But these, I think of cut up potatoes that are baked in the oven.
That's not a home fry.
What the
Mm.
heck?
Maybe,
This looked exactly what I thought a home fry would
maybe,
look.
maybe they both are.
Potato.
But I was thinking they were gonna be like the fried potatoes. These ones were more like baked potatoes.
Yeah.
Is this fried?
Let me
Those
see.
are baked.
Those are baked.
A home fry
Those
to
are
me
pan
is
pan
deep fried.
Yeah.
All of these look exactly like what we got. I think you guys are delusional.
We're Delulu.
Delulu.
We're gonna
I
have
don't know.
we're gonna have to revisit and do a little more research. But the home fries came with like peppers, like they came with like fried peppers on
Mhm.
top, which I actually really liked it. It helped mellow out the potato, so it wasn't just all potato. It was just potato and some sweetness to it. But yeah, their home fries, I'll give them a 7 out of 10. The fried chicken with the poached egg and the biscuit and the, how do you say the sauce?
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise. It was really good. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. Like, the fried chicken was perfectly crisp, and the egg, like, I didn't know it was the egg at first. I thought it was just a big ball of like butter or like
The boy has
cream.
never seen a poached egg.
Yeah, and then
Have
I
you
like,
not had that kind of dish before?
well, I've never
never-
really had poached eggs.
No, he's never had like an eggs Benedict before.
Yeah.
That's their name.
Because
I've
I
never
don't,
had one, but I've seen some.
because I don't normally like runny eggs, so I always get them like scrambled or fried. So yeah, when I cut it up and just spilled the egg yolk all over.
Mm.
And
Yum, yum, yum.
The hollandaise was like, didn't have a lot of flavor, but it had a lot of creaminess to the dish, which balanced out the egg and the chicken very well. And the biscuit was nice crunch to it.
Yeah, your dish looked amazing.
Oh yeah, I would go back and get that.
I would go back and get your dish too.
It did look good. Well, good to hear that you branched out on a new kind of dish.
What do you mean? I always branch out.
Specifically
You
to eggs
offended
Benedict. Like specifically to get an eggs Benedict.
She's
Yeah.
just saying, she's just complimenting you.
You don't always branch out. You get the burger.
As
It
a fan,
depends.
I'm keeping count.
See, it
She
depends
has the
because
tally.
like most restaurants offer burgers, and I don't always like to get a burger unless that place is known for having a good burger. But yeah, the reason I even wanted the poached egg is because that's how it said it on the menu. On the menu it said poached egg. So when the waitress was like, "Oh, how do you want your egg?" I'm like, "How it has it on the menu."
Yeah, I don't know why she asked that. I'm like, eggs Benedict is the.
Yeah.
It's named. It's like that's the poached egg dish. That's what it
Yeah.
is. You don't
Maybe
change the type
she's
of egg.
obviously
Then it's
newer.
no longer an eggs Benedict.
This is maybe like her third day by herself.
Yeah.
You think?
I don't know. I would assume. I feel like any waitress would be like, "Oh, are you wanting like extra potatoes? Because it already comes with it on the side."
Oh,
Or
you're saying
like,
it was
yeah, the
Dos fallas, so she must be new.
yeah,
Yeah.
the eggs Benedict thing. Like, how do you want? Like, what if you said scrambled and then she just brings it out? I don't know.
It would be completely different with
Right, it
scrambled
wouldn't
eggs.
be
It would
eggs
not be
Benedict.
like what it's supposed to be. Anyways,
But you know, she's learning.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
learning. I had a bite of Oscar's dish, and it was amazing. Go get it.
Is it my turn?
Yes, you can go.
Yeah. What'd you get, Maria?
Lupita.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what we're,
sorry.
That's what we're going by on the pod.
What'd you
Oh,
get,
my-
Lupita?
My
Okay,
alias.
wait. What? Oh, okay. I don't know what to call you. Do you want me to call you Lupita or Maria?
Because last night, another aside before we get to her food. Last night, when you guys met up, she went by Lupita, and then we went out to a bar and we met some people, and you introduced yourself as Maria, and I was
Okay.
like, "You're trying to confuse everybody."
That's why I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what to call her anymore.
So honestly, it just depends. People that know me, I like to go by Lupita, but in my like work and anything professional, my government name, Maria. And like especially when I'm like out and I'm meeting a complete stranger
Yeah.
on the street,
Yeah. Okay. That
do
makes
not
sense.
call me the
Lupita.
name that my friends and my parents call me.
Okay.
So that's why
That
like
makes sense.
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
meet complete strangers, hi, I'm Maria. When I make an order, it's easier to go by Maria.
Yeah.
At Starbucks, whatever it is.
It's easier to remember. And it's
Easy
also
to spell.
safer.
Yeah, and it's safer.
Is Maria like a name in like legally yours?
Yes.
Is it like your middle name or what is your full name?
Oh my god.
What's your
Can you
social
give me
security
your
number and your
government
birthday?
What are the 3 numbers on the back of your credit card?
So yes, Maria is my legal first name.
Oh, okay.
And then my middle name is Guadalupe. So
Ah.
My
That's
name
where it comes
is
from.
That's where it comes from.
Lupita.
Maria Guadalupe. And all Guadalupes, or they should, go by Lupita.
Mm-hmm.
Or Lupe.
And then the sub name is Lupe. So essentially I have like 3 different names. You can call me Maria, which call me that at work, or if you don't know me. And then if I allow you, as sometimes I say, or if I tell you when I initially meet you, hi, I'm Lupita, then you can continue calling me Lupita. Or if you're yelling at me, you can call me Lupe.
Is that reserved for your mom?
Yeah, my mom.
Maria Guadalupe. Wow, that's
Yeah,
scary.
it's powerful. My dad wanted to call me that. Like he named me. My dad did because he always wanted a Lupita.
What do you want me to
So-
call you? What if she's like Maria?
She's like, you call me Maria.
As I would consider people like you guys and my friends, or
Okay.
You guys can call me Lupita.
Lupita. Got
Lupita.
it.
And it's okay if you call me Lupe as well. Like my really close friend will
Just
call
when
me.
you piss me off.
Ooh, let's see if I manage to do that. Alrighty. Well, what I got was the Drunch Bagel Turkey. And it has scrambled eggs with cheese, turkey bacon, turkey sausage, chipotle drizzle, served with a side of Drunch home fries. I'm particular about my sandwiches for various reasons, and I will elaborate on why. I typically like to order sandwiches at restaurants just because they tend to fill me. Also, I'm not saying that I'm hungover, but I did drink last night. So, you know, when you wake up, you want something heavier. Well, at least I do. And this was a bagel sandwich, and the bagel was not super toasted. I would have wished it would have been even like more
Yeah.
toasted. Almost not, I'm not gonna say burnt, but I like it crunchy.
I want it
Yeah.
black.
And this was not crunchy. And then the chipotle sauce it had on it, I hate it when restaurants put like the tiniest amount of sauce on a sandwich or mayo or whatever it is. And it makes me mad because I want more. I want
You
to
want it
actually
saucy.
taste it. I want it to like drip out the sandwich.
want it
You're a
drenched.
sauce girl.
I am a sauce
Mhm,
girl.
Me too. I feel it.
And so it didn't have enough. So thus I can't even taste it. So it's almost like pointless.
So you're just eating a raw bagel.
Yeah, like a dry, essentially eating a dry bagel with cheese and meat. Well, not even cheese because it didn't even have that much cheese on the eggs. So it was like eggs and meat. And at one point, I didn't say anything, but I was like slightly choking
What? What do you mean?
How?
because I was biting it, and then like it got kind of stuck in my throat.
She's just there like,
Just
We're
casually
just like
choking.
all eating, and all of a sudden she just drops to the side.
I didn't say anything because I was able to swallow my
Dislodge.
food and like drink a little bit of water.
See, I thought you were laughing extra hard at my joke.
No, not that time. But it was an okay sandwich. Like, I wasn't amazed. It didn't have enough sauce. It didn't have enough cheese. That was about it on the sandwich.
Sounds mid.
Very mid.
It looked mid.
It looked mid.
I was gonna say it looked basic, but when I saw that turkey bacon and sausage, I was like, damn, I kind of wish I had some of that.
So I eat turkey sausage practically every day. But this one had really good flavor. Like, it had a little bit of a kick to it, which I appreciated. So probably the turkey bacon was the best part of the sandwich. And then I really did like the home fries. I know we just had a whole discussion on what the heck they are, but I like the potatoes and I like the little peppers and onions on it. Some bites were saltier than others to me. So sometimes I would get like punched with salt and I was like, oh, I wasn't ready.
Punched with salt.
But they were yummy. I would definitely order like the potatoes again, not that sandwich. I would honestly rate it a 5. It was very mid.
What would you rate the potatoes?
Oh shoot, a 7. They were a little bit better.
Okay, I got the Pisano sandwich. So it's prosciutto, pepperoni, sopressata, mozzarella, arugula, tomato, red onion, and served with Junch home fries. I was excited for this sandwich. I think it also has pesto, but it doesn't list it here on this menu. I'm like 99% sure it had pesto. The first bite I took of the sandwich, I was like, I'm back in Italy. Let's go.
Stop.
It was actually very good. All of the meat was awesome. The pesto and the arugula made it super fresh. I would definitely get the sandwich again. So overall, like, all the flavors worked well. It did remind me of a sandwich that we had in Italy, that sandwich shop you wanted to go to in Florence. I mean, they did a good job for making an Italian sandwich. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
I would definitely get that again. And then the home fries, we've already talked about as well, but they had the peppers on them. I appreciated that they were well seasoned. Most of the time I don't like home fries because I think they're just like potatoes and I just cover them in ketchup to eat them. But these were really good. So I appreciated that they had more flavor and seasoning than other home fries. 7 out of 10 as well.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet, but it was a good sandwich. Check it out if you're ever at Drunch. Would you guys go back?
I personally wouldn't choose to go there. Choose to go back.
If like I want breakfast from a restaurant and like I don't really feel like driving anywhere, sure, I'd go back.
You don't live here, but if
yeah, no. If I come back to Columbus, I'm not gonna put that at the top of my list or go back or even recommend it.
Oh my gosh.
She
did not like it.
Burn.
I would go back. I guess I would probably only go if like I have a group of friends. So like, where should we get brunch? It's just like another suggestion on the list that we could go to.
Yeah. And it's close by.
So it's convenient. It wasn't as busy as I thought it would be. Like, we got seated right away. So knowing that if we want just a quick breakfast nearby, I would definitely go back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know now that we did this, I know what stuff is good. I'd either get my same Italian sandwich or I'd get Oscar's fried chicken Benedict eggs. Well, that wraps up the food portion. I wanted to start off with a quick segment. So this past week, I was at a conference for work, and we had a lot of speakers. And every time a speaker went up, they started with some rapid fire questions so the audience could get to know them a little better. And since we have Lupita here as the first time guest, I came up with just a handful of rapid fire questions related to topics that we've talked about on this podcast before. And we want to get your thoughts. So you can keep your answers short and sweet or elaborate however you want.
You gotta be quick.
Oh, wait. Quick and short?
No, you can do whichever way you want.
I think she should answer quick.
Right
no
off
time
the brain.
for thinking.
First thing that comes to mind.
Well, some of them might need a little bit of thinking.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'll see.
The first one will be quick, though. Bagels versus donuts.
Donuts, and more donuts.
Okay. Get it out of here!
Oscar's like, she can stay.
She can stay.
You want to know what I did the other day?
You want to come back next week?
What did you do the other day?
I drove to like the local donut shop in Painesville, next to the library, and I walked in 15 minutes before they closed, bought 2 donuts, and then like ate them in the car.
Treat
She loves
yourself.
donuts.
Because I was just like, I'm craving a donut. And I think it's your fault. Like, listening to a podcast, donuts were on my subconscious. And then one day I wanted donuts.
Was it TNT?
Of course.
No, yeah, I love those donuts.
Shout out TNT Bakery in Painesville, Ohio.
Well, I want to try them.
You're coming next week.
Uh-huh.
Marisol.
We gotta take her to all the Food Sidewalk Cafe.
You guys want to make me fat?
See, like,
Perkins.
yeah.
No, please don't.
What? I want to go to the place where I can get a chicken salad.
That's Cleveland, not Painesville.
That's the sketchy part of
Chicken
Cleveland.
salad.
Okay, next question. Favorite fast food place?
Burger King.
Oh my God, who are you?
That's a good one.
Oscar loves Burger King.
Burger King's great.
That is like a
Oscar's getting
comfort
so
food,
giddy.
Yeah.
like in my family, like that's where they took us.
Have you tried their
that's the
Hershey
go-to.
pies?
No, I have not.
Well, David and Oscar won't stop yapping about it.
They're good.
I don't go there often, but it is my favorite.
All right, next question. Your death row meal.
Okay, I have to think.
She's like,
And a cup of milk.
Triple
I would
Whopper.
say it's going to be like my favorite meal, which is my mother's green pozole.
ooh,
That is-
That's a good one.
answer.
And my mother's, that is it.
Specifically
Point blank.
hers. Okay, no dessert, no drink.
Oh shit. Oh,
I mean,
Okay,
if you
it
just want that,
has
that's
to-
fine.
like,
we'll
okay.
we'll
It's death row
electrocute
meal,
you
not
right
death
now.
row dish.
I'll explain my whole, like what it is. So it's pozole with lettuce, radishes, one whole avocado.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
One whole avocado. Then I have my Coca-Cola with
If-
2 ice cubes.
Coca-Cola from what? A 2 liter? A bottle?
Coca-Cola
a can.
from a 2 liter, 2 ice cubes. And then I have El Milagro tostadas
Mhm.
with
I'm so hungry. again.
sour cream and my mom's green salsa, because that's how I eat my pozole at my mother's house, and that's the last meal I want to eat.
Nothing additional. No desserts.
And then the dessert is an almond cake.
Ooh.
Cake is my favorite thing ever. I'm a cake connoisseur because I love eating cake. So then the dessert is like almond cake. So that's my last meal, and then I die.
And then I die. That sounds like a good meal.
Actually, yeah.
Oscar's meal was like 5 courses long.
I gotta have a taste of everything I love.
I need to listen back to that episode.
No, I want a good meal, and then I'm out of here.
As it should be.
Yeah, everybody go back and listen to our death row meal to hear.
I think I
everyone
even
else.
added something on like a later episode.
He
You
just
might
wanted
have.
to be alive for like a whole extra day
No.
to eat.
But I would eat all that stuff that I listed off.
Okay, don't get him started. He's gonna start adding more. Next question: coma for 5 years or jail for 5 years?
If it is a jail right now in the United States, I'd rather be in a coma. But if you're gonna put me in a jail in like
Russia?
No, I was just talking about this.
Where is there
in
a good
Finland?
jail?
If you're gonna put me in jail in Finland for 5 years, please put me in jail in Finland right now.
She's like, I'll
'Cause-
take that over my regular life.
Yes, I will. Look up jails in Finland. Amazing. But U.S. jail over coma, I want coma.
Okay.
Same thing.
I say I don't think we'll relocate you to Finland. It would be U.S. jail. So I guess you're picking coma.
Coma. I want to sleep.
All right. Last and most important question: Arby's, yay or nay?
I am a fan of Arby's.
What could you be ordering? What are you ordering from there?
I have ordered the buffalo chicken sandwich.
Okay, I've heard that one is good. We did not try that one when we went.
The only thing is that the mustard sauce on it is a little too strong for me, too mustardy for me. So I do like to like almost remove it, and then I add even more like of my own personal lettuce just to like make it bigger.
Okay.
And then the curly fries are delicious.
Yeah. So have you gotten Arby's like with your parents? Like, is that something like your dad would bring home?
No, so Arby's is honestly all me, because the internet kept saying like who's putting Arby's in business, and then during like COVID area time, one day I was like, well, it's time to try Arby's. It's the time or now or never. So I got Arby's like probably during lockdown.
Wow.
Honestly.
Okay. Is that the last time you had Arby's?
No, I got it maybe, if not this year, late last year, because I was just craving some Arby's and I got some.
Okay, but you're not going frequently.
No,
That's
absolutely not. I try not to eat fast food that often.
So at that time, were you working a manual labor job?
No, Oscar.
Oh, she hasn't listened to that
Yeah.
episode yet.
It's coming
Also,
up.
do you just happen to like Monsters?
Wait, say
Monster
that again?
energy drinks.
Energy drinks.
Heck no. I can't even drink that much caffeine. It makes me jittery. So I do not drink
Okay.
energy drinks.
Because we have some theories on the type of people that eat Arby's. They like Monster energy drinks and they work in hard manual labor jobs.
I would say that's slightly correct. That's
Yeah.
a good assumption. But I am neither of those things. And
She's the exception, not the rule.
that is literally what I always want to be.
Is that from the movie He's Just Not That Into You?
Yeah.
Such a good movie. Everybody go watch it, but you will get your feelings hurt. All right. Well, those were my rapid fire questions. So now everybody got to know you a little better and hear your thoughts on topics we've had in previous episodes. Let's see. Let's check in with Oscar. Do you have a movie?
Yeah, I do.
So we can do our new segment.
Guess that movie.
Pew, 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 pew.
So on this segment, one of us will read the description of a movie and the rest of us have to guess it. Easy enough.
Yep. So I'm 99% sure you guys have all seen this movie,
Okay.
at least heard of it.
Okay.
I'm
All
ready.
right. A young girl from a small mining town must leave her friends, family, and all life behind to participate in a nationally televised sporting competition. Being from a poor part of the country, the girl must find sponsors to fund and support her in her event.
I know it already.
Along her journey, she makes many new friends and enemies. Through her actions, she becomes a national symbol and ultimately ends up winning the competition.
I feel like I know now.
I know it.
Can you repeat the first part? I think I know it too.
A young girl from a small mining town must leave her friends, family, and all life
Say
behind.
less. I already know it too.
All right.
Should we all say it at the same time? Because we probably know
Okay,
it.
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I knew within the first sentence, I was like, mining town competition. That's Katniss Everdeen, baby.
You know, it took me a little bit, couple seconds longer, because I've actually never read the books or seen the movie.
Oh, really?
None of them. So
Wow.
I just knew from like, social context, but it took me a minute.
That's okay, Boo. You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You should watch the movies. I don't know about the books because I haven't read them, but I think the movie's really good, especially
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, the first one. Like, you could watch the first one and, like, be done with it. Like, you don't have to watch the others. But the whole series is really good.
And the new one's coming out. The prequel, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I'll
Yeah.
have to check it out.
I think if you would have left out the mining part, I would have still been like, wait, is it the Hunger Games?
Well, I was trying to add, like, context from the movie that you probably wouldn't, like, be thinking about. Because what you're thinking about is, they're fighting to, like, in this,
Yeah.
stay alive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mining town, maybe they won't know that. Like, what do you mean a mining town? Because I didn't remember that was in the movie. Like,
Well,
I
because
just,
the whole thing, part of like the section she lives in, it's like they're miners, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
coal
Yeah.
miners.
That's her district.
Yeah, her
District
district.
12.
because I'm like, because that's not something I think about when I think of that movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I don't think about that, but I do
It helped a lot. It was a big hit.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say it helped a lot because there's no other movies with mining in it. I was like going through a catalog of movies in my head. I'm like mining. No, that one, yes.
I can think of one.
What?
Zoolander.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's mining in that one.
But he's a guy, not a girl.
I love it because he like lets go of like the pick,
Yeah.
and you just hear boom.
Great movie. We still have to watch the second one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Dude,
Either.
it's not as good as the first one, but there's a few scenes that are like hilarious.
We watched that first one for the first time like this past year. I mean, I watched it for the first time like this past year, and that movie is so ridiculous. Like
It
just
is.
in general, like some of the scenes, the gas station scene.
Yeah.
What the heck?
To this day, I still quote, "Is this a school for ants?"
Iconic movie.
It's ridiculous, but it's so good. Like I think like both Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson like play their characters so well.
Well, it's also like I feel like those aren't the typical type of characters they play. So
No.
seeing them play like these ridiculous models is like in itself hilarious.
Good movie.
Good movie. Go watch Zoolander. Moving on. So I was thinking about this the other day, but do you have a real life nemesis or arch enemy?
Wow.
Because you always see it like in movies of like just high school movies, like it's the girl and then the girl that's her arch nemesis and stuff
Right.
like that.
Myself. I am my worst enemy.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't.
Or have you ever had one?
You're like the Green Goblin when he like looks at himself in the mirror and he's just talking shit.
Scary.
I don't. I wouldn't say in middle school after I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, I always knew like his best friend who was a girl.
Hated you?
Well, I
Ooh.
always knew she had a thing for him and he wouldn't believe me. So after we broke up, he started dating her.
No.
Uh-huh.
Didn't you say
Oh, no,
they're-
no, no. Wait, hold on. So before we broke up, when we were still together, she had like a group of friends and they would always like talk shit behind my back. And then somehow there was rumors that like she wanted to fight me like after the bus would drop us off.
Yeah.
Because we lived in
Fight.
the same apartment complex.
Oh.
But I also had this friend who was like really tall and she was like really fit for like her age. So I remember she was like, "Girl, I got you. I'll protect you." Like she was my bodyguard. And so when we got off the bus, like it was all quiet and it was just me, my friend, and her two other friends. And you know that song that goes like
Yeah, like,
Yeah, yeah.
like
when
that
you're-
played
The
in my head.
Cowboys.
Yeah, like a cowboy
Dueling.
standoff.
Yes, it was like that. And I was like, why are you telling people we're gonna fight? It was really dumb, but she wasn't one to like fight someone. My arch nemesis wasn't
Mhm.
one. But one of her friends was like kind of hood.
Instigator.
Yeah,
Kinda
she
hood.
was hood and she was like instigating, and we were both just like kind of like, I mean, we're not gonna fight, but she like came like close to me and my friend like got in front of me and like they started cussing each other out. I
Oh
was
my
like, I know.
gosh.
I was like I'm scared.
Like, I just want to go home.
Yeah, and so I was like, this isn't even worth it. So I like walked away and my friend followed me.
Good.
But
You made a
I
good
think
choice.
I think she like did hate me while I was dating my ex-boyfriend at the time.
Are they
But-
still together?
Yeah, they're
I
married
was
and they
gonna
have a
say,
child.
didn't you say they
Oh
got
my.
married?
Yeah, I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
No
Um,
wonder she hated you. You were keeping her from her husband.
That's fair.
Yep.
I gave it back. I should be saying, you're welcome.
You're welcome. What can I
You're
say?
like, I
but
could have
you're
still had
welcome.
him.
Yeah. That could be my family right now.
See, when you were saying when you got off the bus, that made me think of that scene in Zoolander when he's like, when Owen Wilson's like, "What's up, bruh?" And then Ben Stiller's like, "I'm not your bruh."
Yeah, that's a big TikTok meme.
I can't say I've ever had a nemesis or someone that I was like, yeah, that's my rival or something. Like not in high school or middle school or even college.
I'm a pretty friendly person.
Not at work.
No, not at work either.
Yeah, I would say I don't have an arch nemesis, but in high school I did have a rival. Would you agree I had a rival, just academically?
Are you looking at me?
No, it wasn't you. It was. I'll cut her out, but
She was competitive, but I think she was competitive with everybody, and that included you.
yeah, I think in my mind it felt like she was specifically competitive towards me because we were like the top 1 and 2 usually in like the class rank, I think.
You're
So-
offending me.
Were you 2? 1?
Yeah, I was.
I was ranked number 1 when we graduated.
Correct. No. Yeah. When we graduated,
Yeah.
I was like number 7, and I was very happy with that. But there was a moment I remember I was number 1 at one point, and I was like, heck yes, I beat Sam. I beat everybody. I am number 1. And it must have,
Lupita is your rival.
She's like, you were my rival.
Yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
know. And I'm like, yeah, my rival was someone else.
so it wasn't so much you were my rival. I just wanted to be number 1. At least at one point.
And you did get that.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I just feel like my rival would specifically like ask me how I did on certain tests so that she could compare it to herself. And a lot of times I ended up scoring slightly better than her.
But I feel like people had that. Like they would pull out tests or compare specific
Yeah.
grades or
Because we were all
test
nerds
scores.
in like our honors classes.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
But I always thought she like was rivalrous towards me, but I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do my school and it's fine.
You're like, we didn't even try.
yeah, we didn't. We were just like goofing off. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think I'm just not a very competitive person generally. So like even like in high school, like my good friends, we were all pretty like smart. We all did well in school, but I was never like, oh, I gotta be the best of, all of us. I was always like, I'm just trying to pass and get out of here.
See, I'm competitive when it comes to like sports stuff and whoever I'm playing with. Like I need to be better than you. Otherwise, what am I doing?
That's fair.
But you don't care about grades.
No, not really.
Yeah. And other than that, I think I've been maybe not someone else's arch nemesis, but someone they hated a lot.
Ooh.
There was this girl in college that really hated me. And I like never even talked to her, but I was like friends with her ex-boyfriend and like this new guy that she was like hooking up with. I was just like friends with both of them. Coincidentally, they were like from different friend groups, but she like thought I was involved with one of them or both of them, and I was like, I'm not, like, I don't like them, they're just my friends. But she didn't know that. She just saw me hanging out with them, and so she like always would give me dirty looks. So I don't know if I was her nemesis, but she definitely didn't like me.
I think I had that. Like, I don't really think I ever had a nemesis, but maybe people I didn't like or people who didn't like me back. And that is completely fair. You don't have to like me.
Yeah, in their story, you're their nemesis.
Yeah, exactly. I remember one time I was at a bar with Emma, actually, and that girl was there, like, in that friend group. And I was just standing at the bar trying to order a drink, and Emma turns to me and she's like, Sam, there's a girl, like, a couple feet away from us that won't stop, like, death staring you. And I was like, oh, yeah, that girl hates me. Like, it's fine. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, she, like, does this all the time. Like, she would literally, like, give me dirty looks in public and stuff, and I just, like, have to pretend it wasn't happening.
So I'm very much like a vibes person. In the first 5 seconds of meeting you, if I just do not like your vibe or your aura, like I don't fuck with you. So it's not that you're my nemesis, but if I just don't vibe, like you're out of the picture. Like in my
Yeah.
brain, you're just boop out. You don't, not that you don't exist, but I am indifferent to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't care.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no point in wasting energy.
Yeah,
on
no
that
That's
person.
what I
energy
was just gonna
wasted.
say. I don't understand, like, her, like, going out of her way and putting energy to, like, give you dirty looks.
Yeah.
Right.
It, like, it only makes her look bad.
And it only causes her extra stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure she hated whenever I was around, but I was
Yeah.
like, whatever. That's
I'm
just the
living my
girl that
life.
gives me dirty looks
Yeah.
over there.
And exactly, you're giving yourself bad energy. You're giving yourself stress
Yeah.
and anxiety
Mhm.
because some other humans in the room Oh
Mhm.
well.
Right. Have you ever seen her in Columbus after graduating?
No, I don't think she lives in Columbus. We
Okay.
follow each other on Instagram.
That's so bizarre.
She has
Does
to
she
keep
like your
tabs on you.
stuff?
I think so. Like, I don't know post very often, but I think she has liked my things before. And she's in a completely different relationship. She might be engaged or married by now. Like, I mean, that's all like old history. I don't think she would hate me anymore. She was in a sorority, so all of her sorority sisters like also didn't like me, but I still follow like some of them on Instagram and they follow me back.
It's a little passive aggressive on their part.
Oh, it was very passive aggressive at the time. But yeah, that was my topic.
All right. Do we have any other talking points?
I don't.
Well, that was it for today, guys.
So, you know, with this being your first time on the podcast, Lupita, be like your first time hearing your voice. For us, like at least for me, I've gotten so used to it that it's not weird hearing my voice anymore. But like I don't post a lot on like social media. And so my question is, I guess just all of us, how do you personally feel about being posted online, whether it's photo, video, or text? And how do you feel if someone you know posts you versus a random person posting you? Also versus like yourself posting.
Well, why would a random person be posting me?
Or if you're in the background of their picture. Or like someone that you like are kind of acquainted with. Like you meet a friend's friend and then there you guys have like a group photo or something. Or like a Snapchat.
Okay.
Because I feel, at least for me, I've gotten more comfortable posting online. Like now it's what we got like 30 podcasts. You can hear my voice.
Yeah, this
in
is
most of
episode
those.
31.
Yeah. But even though I don't post a lot on social media, I feel like I've gotten more comfortable with it. Like it's this kind of like weird thing where when Facebook and Instagram and all that first came out, I had no problem posting. I was like, yeah, like my friends can see this, my family can see this. But like as things have changed, where it's gotten a lot of like ads and like there's just like big channels and there's just everyone uses social media, I've gotten kind of like away from that where I'm like, I don't want to post anything online. Like what if someone digs this up and uses it against me
Oh
one
my
day?
gosh.
But now I'm like, actually, as long as you're careful about what you're posting, I'm fine with it. Like I don't care if someone else happens to post a picture of me or like if my friends post something about me.
Yeah, I don't think I ever was like too worried about me posting something that someone's gonna dig up on social media. I like posting on social media if I look good. Like I want my content to look good, so I don't post often. One, I don't take a lot of pictures,
Mhm.
but two, I only want to post good pictures, really.
Yeah.
And if that's shallow, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind stuff being posted of me as long as like I look good.
Yeah.
And for the most part, we try to get each other's approval. It's
Yeah.
like, it's fine.
Definitely with friends, like we always get each other's approval before we post it usually. And if it
Yeah.
was like a farther acquaintance,
Mhm.
I would probably care less of what picture they posted me just because like we don't know the same people.
Yeah.
So I'm like with you, Oscar, in the sense that like when we were younger and we first were on social media, we were posting everything.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. My
Right.
Twitter was like a diary.
And like it would be not even sometimes our faces, like it's literally a picture of a hot dog we're eating.
Yeah.
So now, one, I don't want my entire life on social media. I'm a more private person, at least to a certain extent. So whatever gets on social media, it's because I've curated it
Yes.
to be on there.
Yeah.
I want it to be on there. And I'm very selective of the people who I have on my following because I do like 6-month cleanses where I remove people from my
Wow.
Facebook, my Instagram. Because if I haven't talked to you, why do you get to see my life? You don't. Bye.
Yeah.
And then I started TikTok in October 2019. So way before even COVID started, I was on TikTok and I was even making videos.
Was that when people were just lip syncing songs?
Correct.
Yeah.
It was literal children and lip syncing.
You're like, and me.
And me. And the funny part that I say children, that my niece and my nephew showed me TikTok and they were the ones who were like, yeah, this is how you use it. And they were showing me, my nephew might have been like 7 or something. Like they were little kids on it. So then I got to see as everybody joined TikTok through the pandemic. And so it was hilarious to me because I was like, I've already been here. Come on, join on. But I got addicted, like hardcore addicted to TikTok, to the sense, like the point where I would be in bed and 5 hours would pass and I wouldn't get up to go pee. I wouldn't get up to go drink water. Like,
like
Neglecting
over my
yourself.
life.
But
I was.
you're scrolling, right? Not posting.
I started by scrolling and then I started posting.
Gotcha.
And then I had a video go viral February of 2020. So even again, before COVID. So then I stayed on TikTok all through the pandemic, which was, you know, a mental support, as many people during that time joined for that reason. And I stayed on the app by like 2022. I'm like, I can tell that I don't have the mental capacity I used to.
Like a short attention span.
A short attention span. I'm getting irritated. I'm like upset that I'm not on TikTok scrolling all day. Like it was starting to affect me.
Yeah.
It definitely, by taking my time and my like mental capacity, even like for work, I wasn't like paying attention to my job or my duties and responsibilities. So I kept telling myself, let's use less of it and use less of it. And then by this point I was using it a lot, and I had more videos go viral because I was making Encanto content when Encanto came out. So I had a bunch of videos go viral there. And so I was like, okay, I'm getting a bunch of views and this is really exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm like getting the dopamine from this app, but I can't be on this app for forever. Plus I have like other things and responsibilities to do. So long story, but I told myself I was going to get off the app and I'm going to get off the app. And I finally did it at the beginning of this year. So 2023. So right now it is October. So I've been like 10 months sober
Of TikTok.
TikTok. Yep.
So I'm not on it anymore. My account is still there. It is still public and exists. I did go back to make one more video because I was capturing content about my braces. So I was recording my braces process. So then I wanted to just upload that last video. So to say all that, I was very comfortable having my voice and like my face on TikTok, and it actually helped a lot with my like self-image and my like perception of myself, because when you see yourself on a picture, you're 2D and you see yourself one way. That's not how you really look, and people have a really hard time when they see a picture of themselves from an angle they didn't take or in a video, and they get like body dysmorphia for that reason. So by seeing my face in 3D in a video, I was like, oh shoot, that is how I look. And that's not that bad. Like, I am not a monster. It's okay. So it helped a lot mentally to see myself on video and hear my voice. But I'm not on TikTok anymore. I do post on Instagram, but again, as Sam and Marisol said, they're curated. I want to look good. I do the poses. I do the lighting. I think about it. My niece takes my pictures. Like, there's a lot of process to it, and it's for fun and it's for me. And sometimes I want to share that I went on a trip.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's about it.
And sometimes I just want to post an occasional thirst trap. And that's okay.
Let me be me.
And sometimes I want to post something silly, or because I did something with my family and it's fun because my aunts get to see it. And end of story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I definitely think that it kind of gets like blurred sometimes, where it's like, oh, I just want to post this for myself and post this like so other people will see it. But there'll be sometimes I'm just like on there and someone will post like a whole concert. And I'm like, why are you posting like 3 hours of this? Like,
and it's not even good footage.
Yeah, like I can barely see the performer. Like,
yeah, you're showing me how bad your seat is at this concert.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And how your Android phone is really bad. Like, thanks.
And you're not even enjoying it because you're just recording it this whole time.
Yeah, like that's one of those things that when I'm doing stuff, I always think, oh, this would be cool to take a picture of and take a video of. But at the same time, I'm like, I also just want to enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
Which I think is another reason I don't post online, because I don't have anything to post. Like, it'll be the next day. I'm like, oh, I didn't take any pictures.
That's the thing. It's like there's a balance between you gotta at least capture some moments, but
yeah.
not all of them need to
Yeah.
be recorded or in photo.
Like, I think back to perhaps like our parents or even farther back, like they used to have really nice like family pictures
Yeah.
or like pictures in their house or with their car. And I'm like, oh shoot, like maybe I should go get a picture with my car.
Yeah.
So I can show my kids what I drove.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Before you used to put it in photo albums or frame it on the
Mhm.
wall. Now you
Mhm.
just post it online.
Yeah, or I mean, I have a bunch of pictures that I don't post that I just keep in my phone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have like thousands of pictures on my phone.
It's time to bring back like physical albums.
Oh, through college, I would still print pictures. I used Shutterfly. I have
Mhm.
like a whole bunch in my room. I need to print some now lately. I haven't done it in like a couple years, but I was pretty consistent. Like every 6 months, I'd print a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to own a Polaroid and just take snapshots like wherever I'm
That's
at.
the way to do it.
Yeah. Because the other thing is, I could give it away to people. Be like, hey, here's this picture we took. Remember this time?
Yeah, that's what I did with my Shutterfly stuff too. I would order multiples of like group pictures I had and then give it to my friends.
I'm laughing because I'm imagining you just taking a bunch of selfies
With the
On your
Polaroid, I
Polaroid.
like that.
and giving away. Here's a picture of me.
Here's a picture of me. No, I mean like a group photo. Like we took a group photo. I was like, hey, you can keep this. Not just pictures of me. Oh, before we go, let me take a picture. Here, can you take a picture of me? You can keep that.
Well, in school, at least if maybe it was either elementary or middle school, but I remember my friend group when we would do like our school pictures, you could pick like your package of what photos you get, and we would always get like the wallet sized ones that came with like 10, and we would cut them out and share them between our friend group. So I have some like random people's 5th grade school pictures.
That's cute because I know like parents give those to other
Yeah.
family members.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just remembered I was watching this movie, The Replacements, with Keanu Reeves. And so there's a scene where one of the characters brings out a camera, and it's one of those cameras where you like take the picture and then you have to like turn the
Mhm.
little like
A disposable.
yeah, disposable camera. And I'm like, damn, like people used to be walking around with those,
Yeah.
and like now everyone just has their smartphone.
And you have to go get
And
your
they're
pictures developed.
Expensive right now. Those disposable cameras are
Yeah.
expensive right now. They're still at Walmart, but each one could be maybe 15 to 20 bucks.
Mm,
Yeah. Because they used to be like what, like $5?
Probably like $5, I would
Yeah.
guess.
So I still have my Nikon like little camera back from like 2012, whatever they were.
Mhm.
And I use it for like really big events. So I used it for my friend's wedding. And the pictures came out so pretty.
Mhm.
Like the quality of that camera is just so good.
I also have my cameras from high school still that we used to record our like
Yeah.
Sammy Samsam 160 YouTube videos on. We found them when I was back in Painesville a couple months ago. Yeah, it's surprising how good some of that camera quality is. But it like makes sense because it was a device specific for taking pictures.
Yeah. And now we just have the one in all,
The
or all in
iPhone,
one. Yeah. the
smartphone.
Smartphone.
The cloud.
How do you guys feel about like, I guess like strangers having videos of your kids? That sounds creepy, but let me
It's true.
explain. Let me explain. My sister, I think we were like at the airport and she saw this like cute little girl doing something cute and she started like filming her. And I was like, don't film her. I was like, well, what if the parents get mad at like you're just like filming their
Right, like,
kid?
that's not your kid. Don't
Right,
film her.
right. And she was like, it's like it doesn't matter. Like they're not gonna like. Why would they care? And she almost made it. She was gaslighting me. It made me seem like I was like acting crazy. Like
Like
it's
you
just
were
a
the
cute
pervert.
video.
Yeah.
But like I personally would not like someone like filming my kid, even if like they are just doing something cute. Like why do you need to have a video of my
Yeah.
kid?
She's like, what? Why'd you have that thought? If you were there, you would have recorded that baby. They were cute.
It's weird because
Like there's nothing wrong with it, but just I'm like now there's gonna be like someone with like a short clip of my child.
yeah,
Right.
like it's weird because I can see both perspectives, like of your sister. Like, yeah, it's just a little kid doing something cute, But then as the parent, it's like, yeah, you have a video of my child. What are you doing? Like, that's
Yeah.
my child. I'd be possessive over my children.
And like, you don't know the intention of that person who is
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah. But I mean, as like her, she's like not a teen, but I don't know.
Like
I
for
guess
her,
it also depends who's doing it. If it's a creepy old man
Well,
taking
yeah,
a
it
video,
depends
yeah,
a
I'm
lot.
scared.
But like, yeah, my sister was like, I'm not gonna post it. I was like, yeah, don't post it. But I'm like, why would you want to keep it? I don't
Right.
know. I mean, I can see like she has no like bad intentions with it. But like, even if like some like teenage girl like took a video of my kid and like because they were doing something cute, I'd still be like,
Why do you want
I
that?
just like
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable you having like a video of my child.
no, yeah, I agree. I think it's weird that she went out of her way to record that video. Like it's different if she was recording something else and the kid just happened to be in the background. But like recording someone else's kid or even just another person randomly,
I don't know.
I think
I've
so.
recorded other people.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like it happens a lot, but like, yeah, I don't know. I'm also like indifferent about it because I'm like, oh, like, I also like to record like cute stuff when it happens, but I never think
Yeah.
about like, are those people okay with like me recording them?
Yeah.
see, I guess it depends on like how you're going about it. Like if I'm recording a specific like thing and there just happens to be people there, I think that's fine. But if you're like, oh, look at that funny looking person, I'm gonna record them, that's where I'm like, that's a little odd.
I've done that.
You need to
Done
stop
it?
recording
Did you not
random
remember
people.
her OSU makeout?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So Oscar's like, it's fine if it's funny content.
But you're still not doing it. And even if you like, let's say you're not like making a compilation of it and posting it on YouTube.
Right. So that's the thing. When I would record videos like that, it's Snapchats that I would send to my friends. I wouldn't
Yeah.
save them unless they were really funny.
I think you put them in your stories.
Well,
Yeah.
the OSU makeouts I'd put on my story.
Did you put
that's-
I think
That's
that's
a
a
whole
little.
nother
I think it's a
level.
little better because it's like, why are you doing this in public and you can't really see their faces too much because they're
Yeah,
smushed.
they're busy making out. That's
Yeah.
true. That's also the point. Is like they were hardcore making out in public, so you're asking me to record.
in that case, you're making society better.
Yeah. I guess like the thing is like children. Like,
yeah, I don't.
yeah.
I can't remember me ever recording a child.
See, for me, that's something I think about. Like, if I'm taking a video, I don't do often, but like, if there happens to be like a kid around, I'll make it a point to not have them captured at all.
So then how do you guys feel about like family bloggers or mommy bloggers who are on TikTok or YouTube and they are recording their entire lives all the
As-
time?
As a viewer, I'm entertained by it.
Yeah,
But I think like your kid growing up in front of a camera at all times, it's gonna have its negative effects. Like I think that's just like, and I'm not one to like give parenting advice, but like as a viewer, I like to see it because it's just watching TV at all times. But like I don't think it's good for the children to constantly be being videotaped or recorded.
Yeah, I think you need to set up some boundaries, like some hard rules if you're ever going to post your child online. Because I definitely don't think it's healthy for a child to just grow up on a camera and just think that's the normal and they always have to put on some sort of presentation or act, I guess. Like, I get our world's getting more social and more online, but I guess it just kind of distorts your reality a bit.
Would you have a family blog?
I wouldn't do like a whole blog, but I'm gonna post pictures of my kids. So if
Mhm.
it's like something cute that I took a video of or a picture of,
I would consider it.
it's not like I'm never gonna post my kids.
But I think the way I would do it would be like, it's not like, oh, look at what my kid's doing. It's like, oh, this is how I raise my kids and why it works or doesn't work. Like things I've tried, I guess.
So you would make content about your parenting styles?
Yes. Not necessarily about the kids.
Gotcha.
I'm leaning more towards not ever showing my child on the internet.
Yeah.
I have a acquaintance on social media. I went to college with her, and she is not posting her child on her Instagram page. She posted like the child's feet. I think that's
Damn.
it.
Not
And
the
I was like,
dogs for free.
Soft launch.
cállate.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
That's like the number one rule. You never post your feet for free online.
It's a baby. Oscar.
Oscar, you monster. Anyways.
Stop it. Yeah, so I'm leaning towards like I would never show my child on social media. And like if you, I forgot, again, don't quote me, but a lot of the like creators or current Facebook and Instagram and the big honchos, they don't let their children on Facebook and they don't let their children on Instagram
Why is that?
because they know
Like what goes on?
what goes on. So they know that they have something terrible that they make and produce, and they don't want their families or children especially on there. So I'm leaning towards that. But it's kind of hard because families now are all over the place, and your mom might live in another state and your aunt and whatnot. So if you want your mom in another state to see your child, social media might be the easiest form.
But now
So-
you can do family group chats.
Correct. And FaceTime
Yeah.
mom. So there's options.
Yeah, I have a coworker that posts a lot on social media, and her daughter, who's like 2 or 3, has started mimicking her. Like she'll somehow created her own TikTok account and started like posting videos of herself. And the mom found out because like one of her videos got suggested to her, and she's like, "What? How is my daughter on
That's
here?"
crazy.
That's scary.
And she's like, it was funny because one of them she like showed me was like a video of her daughter like trying to twerk, and she's like, "Where'd you learn that?" And she's like, "On this app."
Was their mom out there twerking?
No,
Yeah.
her mom doesn't post stuff like that. But she thought it was funny, but she's also like, I don't want her posting things online. Like, she actually said she got banned on TikTok, the daughter did, on one of her accounts because she posted a video of her doing something. I think she like posted a video of her like using the bathroom,
Oh my gosh.
something like that,
No.
How old is she?
like 2 or 3.
Like 3 years old.
Yeah. So it's like, that's kind of goes to my point. Like, little kids don't understand like how to use this stuff. Like, they don't understand what can
safety.
and can't be posted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't understand like the bad things that can happen.
And like, they don't understand the norms. So it's like, you can't let them post. And you also have to be careful if you're posting about them. But yeah, I heard that Post Malone, he doesn't post his daughter on social media, and he doesn't plan to at all. And he's
Good.
like, you know, that's her decision to make. And so
Yeah.
when she's old enough to make that decision, she can decide then. But right now, I'm not going to put that on her.
Yeah, and I think for celebrities, that's the best route because
Uh-huh.
if not, your child will grow up with everybody knowing who they are.
Yeah.
Whereas if I post my kid, like the whole world isn't gonna know who my kid is.
No.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely different for normal people and celebrities. And I agree with like celebrities not posting their children to let their children have the choice of whether they want to be recognized by the public or not.
Right.
Mhm. At what age, if you did let your children have like social media, at what age would you let them start an account?
14.
Yeah, maybe like around 13.
I'd say 14.
I was gonna say 15.
See, I'm only going with 14 because I remember when Facebook first started, that was like the minimum age I think you could be to create an account.
I
And I-
lied about my age.
Everyone did.
I say we had MySpace, and how old were we?
I think that one was like 12 or something. Or maybe that one did have an age limit, but everyone lied.
Oh, everybody absolutely
Yeah.
lied on
Mhm.
MySpace. It was like, mine says I'm 26.
And that's the thing. Like, I remember being on the internet doing things I should have not. And talking to
Twerking?
people.
Are you on Omegle?
Heck yes.
Oh my gosh.
I never-
That's scary.
That's the video one, the random video.
Yeah, the random video
But
chat.
I would do the text. But I did do the video one a handful of times.
I would only do that if there was like at least 2 other people with me.
No, I did that shit alone.
No.
What? I only found out about that because of one of my friends. And she was like, "You want to do this?" I was like, "What is that?" It's just like, well, it's just like videos, like other people that are on it, they can connect with you, but they're just strangers. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I saw a penis.
She's like, hey, do you want
Oh,
to see a
no.
man's penis? That's what you
So,
should have asked.
to that
me.
point.
Literally.
Yeah, like,
so creepy.
knowing what's on the internet or what could potentially be on there.
Mhm.
I don't want any child on the internet just because
Yeah.
it's so scary.
But I think one of the good things about our generation is that since we grew up with kind of the internet's like infancy, like at least the social media
Yeah.
infancy, like we're kind of more aware of those dangers. Because I feel like we were kind of lucky, you know, like a lot of things that we posted is just kind of like wasn't shared as much. Like it wasn't as accessible then.
It was more naive. Like,
yes. And no one knew what it was. Like everyone was trying to figure out what this social media stuff is. Whereas now it's like well established. There's people that make careers out of it, and it's like,
and then it's this one thing, like it's specific. You use it this one way, and it produces this one thing.
yeah. Because I feel like at the time, there's no way my parents like could have ever explained, oh, here are some of the dangers of being online, because they wouldn't have known. Whereas I feel like for us, if we have kids, it can be like, hey, these are the things you got to be careful about online. Like, this is why I don't want you doing this.
Yeah, you can give like actual like concrete examples of like,
Yeah.
this is why you shouldn't do this and this is what you should do on the internet and stuff like that.
And I do appreciate that companies are being more responsible about our safety with our identity and children, because, you know, dangerous things have happened, and that you can block, you know, your phone from working from these hours. Or there's like YouTube Kids, I believe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that my nieces and nephews exist on. So that is responsible on their end, and I appreciate that, because
I have heard, I think it might be Nevada, but there's a state that's trying to pass a law where it requires websites, like pornographic websites, to verify people's ages before they can get on. And you have to like you can't just say, oh yeah, I'm 18, let me in. It's like you have to have some sort of access to the site, so that you can't just like be a kid.
show
going
me
on
your
there.
ID.
Yeah.
Right.
But the issue is like, well, how do you regulate that? Like, how do you know someone is who they say they are?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know I didn't just make an account, use my dad's driver's license, and now I can get in?
Tricky.
So it'll be kind of hard to regulate. But me personally, I probably would let my kid on the internet unregulated, but I would want to inform them about what they need to be looking for and what they should be careful about. Because I think for me, like, I didn't have any restrictions. Like, I could have done, like, I had a computer in my room, so I could have done whatever I wanted on the internet. And I feel like I was pretty
Responsible.
responsible. Like, I wasn't doing crazy stuff. Like, if anything, I was always scared, like, what if my computer gets a virus? Like, I just
yeah.
want to go on
That's
websites
what I
that
was
I know.
afraid
I
of.
remember being a kid, that was like the biggest worry about like
Yeah.
the internet. I was like, I'm gonna get a virus on my computer and then it's not gonna work and then I can't use it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get in trouble, and it's gonna
Yeah.
explode.
And
Or,
like,
like-
my dad's gonna get mad that I got a virus on the computer.
My fear is like, I'm going to have a virus, and anytime someone turns it on, it's just going to be pop-ups of porn.
Yeah.
You'll be like, Oscar, what's wrong with you? It's not me. It's the virus. I swear.
It's a virus that's harassing me, please.
I'm a teenage boy, but it's the virus.
I did not go on these websites.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I also was responsible with my internet use. Like, I had no desire to be in sketchy areas of
Yeah.
the internet. Like, I wanted to go on Club Penguin. I wanted to go on Neopets. I wanted to play Papa's Freezeria. I still want to play Papa's Freezeria.
Right. Like, I'm not on there like beheading videos. I'm
Beheading video.
I'm on there like 100% completion of this video game.
We in my house, we joke that my brother and my cousin were up at 3 a.m. looking up Rey Mysterio without a mask.
What is that?
They gotta know.
Rey Mysterio, the wrestler?
Oh,
Like
WWE.
WWE, yeah.
Okay.
You know, they would
I
wear
didn't
masks. That's what they were looking up.
Actually, yeah. When
That's
I
a good
was
Google.
when I was in middle school, high school, that's what everyone wanted to know. Like, oh, what does he look like under there?
No, I feel like the type of stuff I would Google is like, how do magicians do this trick? How does the saw and half woman work? And like, I could never find the answers. I was getting mad.
I would look up pictures of like Tyra Banks. I would just look up pictures of of her.
I would look up like the same 5 videos on YouTube of
Yeah.
like music videos that I liked. I showed you the one about the girl that dies.
What?
It's the song called Concrete Angel, and it's like about this little girl that's like abused by her family
Oh
and
my gosh.
gets murdered basically.
I feel
I would watch that all the time
know
as a
what
kid.
you're talking about.
Was
I'll
it-
show you.
what,
It's a music video.
there was that trend going around recently where it's like, ask your man how often he thinks about the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
And Emma asked me that the other day. I was like, yeah, maybe like once a week. And I was like, actually, that's what I used to do. Like when I would go online, is I would look up things like what happened at this battle, or like
What?
like who,
History facts.
yeah, like who was in power at this year? Like what were the big countries?
Yeah, that's Oscar would do that. It's funny because when that meme became viral or whatever, I was like, this applies so much to Oscar. He probably always thinks about it. Like it was, or especially when you were playing Age of Empire and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, yeah, and like she thought it was crazy. Like what? Once a week? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, dude, imagine if they were still around today. That'd be crazy.
So annoying.
They were around for like 800 years. Like, how do you do that?
Who doesn't think about the Roman Empire?
Look, I'm just saying, right now we have electricity, we have cars. Like, you can get from New York to California in a plane in one day. Where back then you had to like walk or ride a horse, and they somehow just controlled everybody. Yeah, pay your taxes. Like,
He's
what?
so passionate.
I mean, it's true.
It's
How
crazy.
did they do it?
Yeah, it's crazy to me to think that they were so organized in such like, compared to our time, a primitive time.
Past civilizations were very organized, and like information would get to them very, very late.
Yeah.
How did they do it?
Aliens.
No.
It's all that money. You got to make money somehow. You got to get those taxes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I have, and this might only be applied to me because I watched way too much television as a child.
Me too.
But back in the day, did you guys ever go on VH1 and see any of those I love like certain decade shows? I love the 70s, 80s, or like best rock songs ever.
No, I do that now on YouTube.
Okay.
Like, I'll be like, best 90s songs, or the top song every month in the 90s or something.
Okay. So this very much only applies to me. Marisol, did you ever?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I never like looked at VH1 in
Mhm.
general.
Okay. Yeah, because there were different shows on VH1 that would like talk about specific decades and pop culture moments, like best R&B songs ever or best R&B songs of the 90s, but they would do it as like talking segments. So it would be like comedians, authors, literal pop culture experts that would talk on these topics. So they would show like the music video and then
Mhm.
like they would talk about it and they
Yeah.
would give nuance to it, explain it, make jokes, etc. So I saw a tweet about it and people were saying like, oh, I wish something like this would come back because that's how they, including myself, learned a lot of pop culture references.
Mm-hmm.
So like I, a child who is Mexican growing up in the mid 2000s, like my American pop culture references are very limited. But by watching that show, I learned shit about the 70s in America.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, didn't know all this stuff. But now I do. And like learned about maybe more classic rock songs that I didn't know. I learned who like Kiss was and the Beatles and Rolling Stones because I had zero references to them as a like 9-year-old or 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But then I got some.
What do you
Maybe I
mean?
should have watched those shows because I don't know a lot about the Rolling Stones.
See,
Like-
the thing is, back then to entertain us, we had like TVs, and there was only certain channels that we could watch. So our options were like very limited. So even if like they did something like that and put it on Netflix or something, people aren't gonna be like interested to like go and click on it because they have so many other options to entertain themselves. Whereas
Absolutely.
maybe before, like there wasn't anything better to watch.
Yeah.
No,
so
there
you kind of
wasn't.
just force
Flip
yourself
through
to
the
watch
channels
it.
and pick the best thing at that time.
Yeah.
You know?
Opportunity cost.
That's what I love about like traveling And like when you have to stay in a hotel, because they don't have Netflix, they just have live cable like channels. And so like this past week I was staying basically at a hotel, and I was just like flipping through what's on TLC, what's on ABC, what's blah 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 blah, and just seeing what's best at the moment. And it's like nostalgic, but it's just like something a je ne sais quoi about like having to watch whatever's on there and finding these weird TV shows that are entertaining.
Because
Yeah.
you're gonna enjoy it. It's educational. So I like also watching videos like that, but I don't go to it. If I'm forced to watch it, then I will watch it.
Well, it's like that thing. It's like I've heard of this experiment where a grocery store will offer people like some jam, and they'll offer them like 20 different flavors. And when someone goes, they're like, "Oh, there's so many flavors, I don't know what to get," and they
Mhm.
don't end up getting anything. Whereas opposed to if you only offer like 2 flavors, it's like, "I like this one, I'm taking it," and it's like you have less decisions to make.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like
Decision fatigue. That's what it's called.
Yeah. So like, yeah, when I'm at home, like, oh, there's so many things I can watch, but I don't know what to watch because it's hard to choose one. Like sometimes when I'm sitting down getting ready to eat and I'm just scrolling through,
Yes.
I'll start eating, and by the time I'm done eating, I'm like, I still haven't chose anything. There's no
That's
point
the
now.
worst.
Yeah,
And I
that
think
really
like
is.
everyone nowadays
Yes.
can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't want to start eating until I pick a thing, and then I'm like, I'm so hungry, but I can't pick a good thing to watch, and my food's getting
Isn't
cold.
that
Yeah.
crazy? We like will not eat until we pick a show, but it takes forever to pick a
I
dang
know.
show.
I'm an iPad kid. I need to watch something while I eat.
Same. Me and YouTube.
Except when I go home, my family and they have family dinners. Like at some point they used to let us, where my parents would like sit on like the dinner table and they would let us sit on the counter. Or we would just sit there, but then I would have like my phone watching something. My sister would have her phone playing something. And then I think one time just my parents had enough and they were like, no, you guys are going to sit in the table and the phones are going to go off. And since then we haven't done that while like eating with them.
Like you haven't watched your phone. You've sat down for family dinner.
Yeah, like when we sit for family dinner, we don't have any of our technology. But before we would like sit and everyone would be in the dinner table and me and my sister would both
Watch
have
your
like
own
our
thing.
phones.
I don't think that would bother me. I think what would bother me is the volume. Like if you're both
Yes.
like have two like at the same volume and they're like mixing,
Yeah.
and it's like, yo, turn that off. I can't think with
No,
both
we
of
had
those on.
headphones.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm talking from experience.
I'd be okay with that then.
Ooh, that's like a fight with my nieces and nephews of like we're having family dinner and their
On
phones,
their phones.
and their videos and they're like cackling and I'm like, can you lower the volume?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is annoying.
But
'Cause-
now they got used to it. Le bajan and
Yeah.
we continue.
Because I personally don't mind if you're watching something else on your phone. Just don't be blasting it.
Right. Still be considerate of other
Yeah.
people around you.
Exactly.
At a restaurant, full blast.
Absolutely not.
But I think it just goes like back to my parents, because they didn't mind if we like okay, like I think of times when we would get McDonald's and then the first thing we would do is we would go in the living room, turn something on and start eating, where my parents would just sit in the kitchen, that just them two, and eat. And so it's like they didn't mind. They're like, oh, we'll just talk amongst ourselves, or if someone comes over they can hang out with us too.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna be like my parents. If we're gonna have family dinner, we're gonna sit together and we're gonna like talk to each other. But we also have had times where like we get like McDonald's. When it's something quick like that, my parents can just do whatever they want and then we just go and watch something, whatever. But when it's like a home cooked meal and we're gonna have family dinner, I think I would want my kids to like just be in the moment with
Yeah.
us.
At my house, we're a big family. So we're always having dinner together. But the TV has always been on. Like there's always something on it.
Mhm.
And like my dad really likes sports and my brother. So there's always a soccer game.
Yeah.
The Guardians. There's something on the TV. And then now if we can't find anything, we'll just like put on the Food Channel, or my brother will put on Family Feud. But there's like something on the background.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rare the day that like we're eating without the TV. But we're also loud as heck. So
Yeah.
there's just a lot of noise.
Yeah. Well, our dining room is like separated from our living room. So there's no you can't like see in the TV. But sometimes, like when we have like games and stuff, we'll eat in the living room.
See, I don't think I would force my kids like for a family dinner because I could
Te sientas.
yeah, because I definitely see myself as being the parent that would annoy their kids. Like, I'm just gonna come out and hang out with you. Hey, what you doing? And just start talking to them. Like,
Yeah,
He
so
said-
you're like, I don't need a family dinner to do that. I'm going to
He's
be
like
talking to you.
the
Yeah.
Roman Empire. I'm telling you, son.
Did you know how JFK died? And he'll just start.
bro,
Do you know how JFK died?
you got shot.
We all know. We saw the video. That's what I was looking up on the internet.
Rough.
JFK assassination.
So when I had a computer in my room, it was always different when people would come visit because they like, you know, we're all individuals. We all think different. So whenever I had someone over and they had the opportunity to use the computer, they're like, oh, I'm going to like Google search this.
Mhm.
And I feel like I got more exposure like that. Like gaming websites. It's like, yo, have you been on this website? And then there would be a game like, yo, I've never played this game. Like, I'm adding this to my category of websites that I go to. Because, yeah, I actually would play a little bit of Club Penguin, but I like just trying out different games. Whatever was free, I'm trying to play it.
Yeah.
And for me, watching those VH1 shows, it was about the music.
Yeah.
So I would find out in like these older songs or older artists, and then I would go on YouTube and look up the videos or look up who they were, look up the lyrics. And that's how I found one of my loves, Nirvana. And like, I was 13 and I'm like, oh my God, this band.
Yeah.
Wow. And then
They're
I
so
went
good.
into like the deep dive rabbit holes of like finding out about Kurt, about how he died and everything that happened and the music. So just like this ending, I've always been a rabbit hole kind of person until I find everything about everything.
I always liked watching the videos of how stuff was made.
Oh my gosh, that show is so good.
So good.
And like it could play on loop and I would be amazed.
I think it's on something.
How
Probably
it's made.
Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in Discovery, but it was always like if it was on and like there's nothing else to watch, I would be like, okay.
Just put it on.
And I would learn how
I would
stuff
love
was
it.
made.
The voice, like the voiceover was so
Yeah,
good.
the guy is so good.
And I liked when it was like factory machines and they're like making a shape or something. I'm like,
And
I
it's
love that.
exact.
Yes, so satisfying.
Laffy Taffy.
And like sometimes there would be workers and you could be like, wow, like that's a lady working there.
Yeah, and then you think like, wow, this is really people's jobs.
yeah.
Like that's crazy. They just sit there and make the legs for a table over and over.
All right. Yeah. If you want to watch it, it's on HBO Max. They have 24 seasons.
Wow.
It's not called HBO
Yeah.
Max anymore. It's
Oh,
just
it's on
Max.
Yeah. Come on. Catch up, Grey's Anatomy. 24 seasons.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I was like, what? What does Grey's Anatomy
Yeah.
have to do with it?
Do they still come out with new seasons? When's the most recent one?
Let me check.
I wonder what's the show with the most? What, The Simpsons or WWE have the most show seasons?
Okay. Season
No.
24.
WWE has so many, but they also have like the different.
Yeah, but I know The Simpsons also has a boatload.
So for how it's made, the last season, season 24, on here came out 2017.
Okay.
So it's been 5 years.
So they probably stopped.
Canceled.
Sad.
They've already shown everything.
They've already showed how everything in the world is made. Just watch all 24 seasons and you'll learn about
Build the
everything.
world.
Honestly, those like, so if civilization ever like crumbles, this might go back to the Roman Empire, but those videos, how it's made, will help us rebuild. We just can't let those videos get lost.
Yeah.
In the Smithsonian right now.
Literally, like, go make a
Download
bunch of
them,
copies and
put 'em on
hide
a
them
hard
all over
drive.
the world so like people will find them and know how to make stuff. I need to write a letter to like the president.
Here's the problem that I'm thinking. Let's say you save all these videos and you just put them on, something and put them all over the world. At some point, people are just not gonna know how to use it. If it's Leo and he finds a flash drive, how do I use this? I don't know how anything's made.
Okay, well then.
You gotta put instructions on how
Yeah,
to
I
use it.
guess so. No, they're just Okay, so then put the videos all over the world in different formats for viewing. Like put a VHS, put a DVD, put a flash drive.
VHS.
Like put all these different methods and like the tools you need to play it.
I need a PDF.
Leave a TV there, like make printout copies. I don't know, dude. I'm writing a letter.
Yes, paper,
I
please.
need to write a letter to President Biden and then he can figure out what to do. That's all the world leaders.
She shows up with like her work suit, her pantsuit.
This is crucial.
This is what needs to happen. I'm putting it out there. You guys do with what
This
you
is
want.
crucial for the survival and advancement of the human race if we're to ever crumble, you know?
I dare you to go to like the city council meetings and walk in going, I have a plan.
Like you're just here in like the city of Columbus.
Yeah. Parks and Rec style demand.
Like, we're not stopping climate change, so I got a solution for after
Yeah.
we're all just dead.
Mail some of these videos to Mars, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's a good idea.
Instruction manual to Mars.
Yes. Yeah. PDF printout copies.
Do we bring the Bible or do we bring this?
No, how it's made.
All 24 seasons.
Do you think
In
we
one
should
book.
include Mythbusters as well?
I've never watched Mythbusters.
Mythbusters.
What is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like. I guess there's like myths. So for one of them, the one I can think of off the top of my head is in Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp walks underwater while holding a canoe. And so it's like, is that even possible to do in real life? So they'll test it
is.
out.
So the science.
I think they proved that it wasn't.
Oh, like, but to hold it, well, yeah.
Because
not
he's walking on the
underwater.
floor of the
Yeah, yeah,
ocean
yeah,
holding
yeah.
the canoe with him.
Yes.
So stuff like that. So stuff like that you see on TV or like myths that like are commonly discussed.
Things on movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
like-
test it out to see is it actually like feasible. So if it's like true, if it
Scientifically
works, then they're
proven.
like check it off, and
Yeah.
it's not. They're like myth busted.
Like, do the physics
Mm.
of our world, would they actually work in the way that it's like portrayed? Or
Yeah.
like, does it work how we think it would? Like, they did one I can remember is like, how many times can you fold a piece of paper?
Mm-hmm.
Because they say after a certain amount you can't fold it, so they print it out like, or they got a giant piece of paper and they were like, "Oh, you
yeah,
can fold
I think
it
it's
this
like
many
7
times."
folds or
Yeah.
something like that, which is less than you would think. You can fold a piece of paper in half.
And then I think I might be making this up, or maybe it was somewhere else, but I think they also did one where it was like you had an eye patch, and they're like, the reason pirates wore it is so that like if they were in the dark, they could just shift the eye patch over, and
And
that
see.
eye was like ready
Already
to see in the dark.
acclimated to
Yeah,
the dark.
acclimated to the dark. They did. I think they did find it does help see in the dark.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to add because then you're saving time.
Saving time
Yeah.
from like these other. Don't try this; it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time. Just watch this.
Right. You're trying to rebuild society. You don't want to waste your time. You got to
Yeah.
rebuild it as quickly as possible.
Okay, in this new society we're building, what does it have?
This new society. Shh, all the stuff on how it's made. Dang.
Yeah.
What do
If
you
it's
mean,
not
what does
on
it
that
have?
show, it's lost technology forever.
Yeah, if you could like take something with you or have something in your new society, what must be there?
High-speed trains.
Amen.
Yeah.
A functioning public system of
Yes.
transportation, please.
It needs good plumbing.
Toilets.
Yeah,
I agree.
I
The
want to
French
dig a hole
Revolution
every time I
agrees.
got to use the bathroom.
Yeah. You gotta dig a hole.
Preferably walkable cities, but if you have high-speed transportation, I guess that helps with the issue of not having walkable cities.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a video where they were talking about the city structures of European countries versus like American countries. Like, because a lot of European countries, like their cities are walkable cities because like they build everything in the city. Like if you go, like you take the metro in like France or something and you get off, there could be like a mall right there. Whereas like in the US, you have to go out of your way to go to the mall. Like you have to drive there, and it's just a big parking lot with the building.
But imagine if the U.S. was as packed as Europe. The U.S. is so much bigger, so like there'd be so many more people here, and it'd be so crazy. I
think-
see why it's spread out. There's so much space.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. It's like people are like, there's so much land here, we might as well use it and spread out, which I guess is good and bad. I just think like whenever I'm driving and I see someone like walking or like taking the bus, I'm like, if that was me, it would be kind of annoying at how not great the public transport is.
Yeah, like in the city specifically.
Like, because like going to New York City, like I guess that really put into perspective just how bad public transport is everywhere else. Because like I liked how you could take the metro and go anywhere. Like I never felt like I needed a car to do anything.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Whereas in Columbus, I'm like, there's no way I could live here without a car.
We should wrap up soon.
All right.
Let's do it.
So how has this experience been for you, Lupita?
It has been amazing.
She's just 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
No, I
Wouldn't
enjoyed
recommend
it. It was a decent restaurant.
Not by your ratings.
Decent as it's still functioning.
like Arby's.
I think if you ordered something different, you
Yeah.
would like it better.
And I'm actually I'm disappointed in myself. I always like pick a really good meal option. So
Mhm.
this time I was lacking. I was in on my
You went with like the classic safe breakfast type of meal.
and I should have picked something better. But oh well.
Next time.
Next time.
Next
No,
time.
but this was a good experience.
Yeah.
Thank you to the three of you. David, wish you were here, but you're not. Oh well.
It's funny because David was like, "Don't let her use my mic. Make her use the old mic."
How dare you? You're so mean.
It was a joke, but we
Yeah.
also let her use your mic, David. Haha. It doesn't matter. David's not gonna listen to this.
this.
What are we
Right.
saying?
He's not gonna hear it.
Wow.
It's gonna be like 3 years from now and finally listens to it. Why did you let her use my mic?
Well, we put that one like secret word in one of the episodes, and he didn't
Oh.
listen because he never told me the secret word.
Does that
Yeah.
mean I should like do something to this mic or lick it or something?
No.
You should poop on it.
David is such a germaphobe.
Yeah.
That's the worst mic to
True.
do it
It's
to.
terrible.
That's probably why he didn't want me to use it, but I did.
Nah, he was joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps up this episode. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Hello to everyone.
Follow us on Instagram at Eating Good Pod and leave us a voicemail. We'll put the link in the description of the episode, and it's also on our Instagram. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.